But you want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping, then bitch, you getting ignored. Okay, I'm so sick of these.
Whew. Pimp over here feeling good. Just got 2 hours, or actually, two and a half hours in of weight training, going heavy on the iron. Also, I done got 16,245 steps in today, and it's only 6 o'clock where I'm at. So I'm feeling real good, man. You got to excuse the pimp. I know I'm all sweaty. Y'all probably can't see it, but I feel it and see it. But wanted to give y'all some pimp tales, or a pimp tale. You know, a lot of cats, or I ain't gonna say a lot of cats, certain particular cats in this game, you know, they think that they done did more shit for a hoe than anybody else, and they always want to challenge somebody else's pimping, like, what you done did for the hoe? What you done did for the hoe? You ain't did shit for the bitch. You ain't did shit for the hoe. These be the same cats, you dig, who ain't did shit for theyself and to do all kind of shit for the bitch. But we'll get to that in another second, you know. And by the way, to add on to that, a real hoe, she ain't gonna want a pimp to do everything for her and not do nothing for himself. You know, real hoes, they take pleasure and pride in seeing a pimp treat himself and shining and living good and being able to say that her horn was a part of that. But anyway, right? So, my pimp tale. I had a hoe once upon a time. This hoe called a DUI. First DUI ever in life. But she caught the DUI in Arizona. And although it was her first DUI ever in life anywhere in the world, one, because she was a felon, she already had a prior felony, and two, because her license was suspended at the time when she got the DUI, they made it an aggravated DUI. Now, this is how I found out the hard way, that in Arizona, an aggravated DUI, you know, the district attorney is seeking 4 years off of that. So the bitch catch the DUI, she in the county jail, which out here in Maricopa County is the Estrella jail. So she in the Estrella jail, you know, that's the women's county. And she goes to court. First court date, I pulled a public defender to the side. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Yada, yada. He's like, oh, well, she's got an aggravated DUI because she's a felon. Her license was suspended. So she's going to get 4 years automatically. I'm like, 4 years? He's like, yeah, there's no way around it. There's nothing we can do about it. She's going to get 4 years. So I'm like, all right. Now, see me, I know the power of a paid attorney. And then also, I know these public pretenders is full of shit 9 times out of 10, really 10 times out of 9. The public pretender is full of shit. So I knew not to listen to him. I'm like, okay, he a dump truck. You dig? So at the time when the bitch went to jail, I was fucked up. I was on my ass with nothing, right? So one day she had a visit, and a pimp walked 7 miles to go visit this bitch. Now, I know to some of y'all 7 miles sound like a long way, but I turned on, my pimping woke up in Vegas, right? And when you campaigning in Vegas, when you a pimp like me, I'm the type that's gonna park on one side of the strip and walk up and down the strip, casino to casino, the whole night. Now, the heart of the strip in Vegas is about 2.5 miles. So you figure that, you know, a pimp like me, I done walked 7 miles throughout the night, many a nights in Vegas, and probably didn't even realize it at the time. But anyway, nonetheless, I walked 7 miles to go visit this bitch in jail, right? And, you know, I was reassuring her, like, I got you, don't even trip. She, you know, crying and nervous because she thinking she finna get this 4 years, right? But a pimp know better. So after the visit, you know, I start, you know, scrambling, putting it together any way I can, you know what I mean? Doing all kind of shit, you dig? So miraculously, I get her bail money together. Well, I ain't gonna say miraculously because it wasn't that much. If I remember correctly, I think her bail was like $1,300 or $1,500, something like that. But whatever the case, I get the bitch bail money together. I bail the bitch out, right? So when I bails her out, she was so amped and she was so sparked and so hungry. You know, she got out like a damn pit bull in a cage. You dig? When she got up out that motherfucker, she started immediately going hard, running it up, right? So in no time, we got her one of the top lawyers in the area, you know, and this lawyer, he used to be a district attorney. He was like the head district attorney, excuse my pimping, in Phoenix at one point in time. Excuse my pimping again. Then he went and became a private attorney. So he knew all the DAs and all the shit, right? He was, you know, politically tied in. Plus he knew the law. He was, you know, he specialized in DUIs, all that kind of shit, right? Did my research on him, come to find out he one of, if not the best DUI attorney in the land. So we you know, it's been a long ass time ago. Go to show you how long ago it was. This was when Freeze was still drinking, smoking weed and all kind of shit. Even though I wasn't a big weed smoker at the time, but I was a big drinker at the time. But anyway, it was either $7,000 or $5,000 that we dropped on her attorney. I kind of want to lean more towards the $7,000. It might have been $7,500, something like that. But the bitch go hard. You know, we chipped the lawyer off. And, you know, before you know it, next thing you know, the lawyer knocks down the 4 years, automatic, no way around it. He knocks it down to 7 months. So, you know, the bitch ended up having to turn herself in, but he gave us a cushion as well. I think the bitch didn't have to turn herself in for like 4 or 5 months. It might have been longer than that, but it was at least like a good 4 months, maybe longer, you know, before she had to turn herself in. So, you know, right after we get the lawyer, you know, like I said, I was on my ass before the bitch went to jail. She get the lawyer, you know what I mean? Like probably less than a week later, you know what I mean? She got a pimp ride in the S-Class big body Benz, you know, and we just kept going from there, kept advancing, having fun, shopping, traveling all over the country, getting money everywhere we go, you dig? And then eventually she had to go sit down and do the 7 months, but it turned out to be a whole lot better than 4 years, you dig? So that's my little pimp tale about me being solid and holding down a hoe that I had at the time. Now, that's my definition of, you know, being solid and doing something for your hoe, or being there for your hoe. See, some cats' definition of being solid and being there and doing something for your hoe is remaining toothless and paying $8,000 to get this bitch's body done. You dig? Imagine Freeze, toothless. I got no teeth in my mouth, and I spent $8,000 on this bitch's body to get done, and I'm running around with my toothless ass, talking about through my toothless mouth how I done did all these great things for hoes and this, that, and the third. And meanwhile, I'm sitting over there with no teeth in my mouth. Now, this is just me, you dig? Because I'm a generous guy in the game, and not just that, but I like being a blessing to hoes that's being a blessing to me. And if a hoe going hard, staying solid and staying down for me, you know, I like to reward hoes, and not just reward them, but reward them big. You dig? I like doing real nice things for hoes. So, but in order for me to have that type of, you know, feeling for a hoe, usually it's the type of hoe that feel the same way about me. A hoe that want to do big things for me and see me shining and living life the way that I want to live, right? Now, me, myself, if I would, I wouldn't be crazy enough to try this if I was a toothless pimp. But if I was a toothless pimp and I was to say, you know what, fuck replacing my missing teeth, I'm finna spend $8,000 to get this bitch's body done. First of all, if a bitch allowed me to do that, and she know I'm over here toothless, I'm gonna be looking at the bitch crazy. I'm gonna be looking at her a certain kind of way because, you know, getting your body done, that's some cosmetic shit. That's extras. You dig? A bitch could still hold without the brand new body. She still could live without the brand new body. She still could look like a normal human being without the brand new body. But if this bitch is comfortable spending $8,000 on a brand new body and allowing me, her folks, to walk around toothless while she got this brand new body, and then after she get the brand new body, the bitch don't want to motherfucking hoe up and make sure a pimp got a mouthful of teeth, I'm gonna feel some type of way about a bitch like that. But you know, certain cats, they got the mentality of, you know, as long as the bitch is straight, it don't matter. I could be outside stinking and funky. As long as the bitch is able to take a shower and be clean and have a place to lay her head, it's all good. You know, I could be starving, I could be hungry. Long as the bitch got something to eat, it's all good. You know, instead of putting it in the bitch's mind, hey, bitch, you need to hoe up and make sure that we both straight. Not just you, not just me, but both of us. You dig? So, T, stay on, man. Everybody got their different ideas of what being a blessing to a hoe is. But me, myself, I gave y'all one pimp tale of my idea of being a blessing to a hoe. So y'all go ahead and let that marinate on your mind one time. Freeze is it. And as always, man, put some of this love shit in your body, man. I should have put some love in my body at the start of this video because I came in, like I said, I just did 16,241 or 45 steps. Excuse my pimp. 16,245 steps. And I did about 2.5 hours heavy on the iron. So I've been thirsty already. You know, I should have put some love in my body at the beginning of this video. But nonetheless, I'm going to put some love in my body. I'm going to down the rest of this gallon before midnight. So y'all go ahead and do the same. Put some love in your body because you know this shit is going to love you even when you don't love it. I'll holla.
Bitch, you always on my line with the game. You ain't never got a dime to get a liquor store, the D-boy and designer, the glory. Then you hit my line and all I ever get is the story. But you know that I'm some pimp.